I've been unemployed since October 1st. It is currently the end of February. March 1st is in just 2 days, I think. So that is 5 full months of not going to work and just doing me. And I know when I first talked about being unemployed, a lot of people had questions about how I'm surviving. How do I, take care of myself without a job? And the answer is still side hustles.
At this point, I'm gonna just go ahead and join the military, The Army Recruiting Forces is right over there. So I'm gonna go ahead, enlist today because it's crazy.
And one of the nasty things that a lot of people will do is, hey, you should have got a trade. No, not everybody wants a trade. Some people don't want to be plumbers. Some people don't want to be electricians. Some people don't want to work in construction. And guess what? That's okay.
Here's something crazy. Uber utilizes AI to basically track and figure out the drivers that are desperate for $3 rides because they need to pay the bills.
You know what? I'm really feeling like I'm about to start getting violent over this fucking job market. Because the things that just keep happening to me are insane. Why the fuck is there a robot being like, yeah, nope, because I have one little error. I should not have to tailor my fucking resume to thousands of fucking jobs just to get a fucking call back. And then people have the nerve to say overall, oh, well, you guys just don't want to work.
Then you get the rejection email and it's oh, you were the best person. Literally, you were the best of the best. We almost went with you. We almost did. Just to let you know, we were finna pick you. But somebody else just got a little bit of edge on you. You had the best experience. You're the most determined. We loved everything you said. I love the fact that you're a go-getter and you're a hard worker. You got all this experience. But somebody else a little bit over ahead of you.
They said you were perfect for the position. However, we have to move on with someone else. Why? Why are you moving on with someone else? I thought I was perfect for the job. Why would you not give someone who's perfect for the job the job? So many people have been on the job market, and there's a common consensus. The job market is a straight up humiliation ritual. People are applying to jobs that they overqualify for simply to get rejected. And many people are at the point where they're completely comfortable with being unemployed. It's getting wild out here. Let's get straight into it.
I woke up today with another job application rejection email. I don't even get it no more. I'm applying at entry-level roles. I have a degree. I have banking experience, but can't even get an entry-level job. At this point, I'm gonna just go ahead and join the military, The Army Recruiting Forces is right over there. So I'm gonna go ahead, enlist today because it's crazy now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep on applying though and try and network with people, but it is tough out here because I'm applying at entry-level roles and I can't even get an interview. It's crazy.
Now, honestly, when he showed us that he was about to enlist, I was honestly shook. But I'm glad that man said that I'm just joking. Because you already know what time we're in right now. World War III seems like it's about to start. Hey, listen, it is what it is. But this guy right here is completely valid. He literally listed everything you need to be successful in the job market. I have a degree. I have banking experience. So he has some kind of experience with money in banking, something that you would think is super lucrative nowadays. The reality of the situation is my man's about to be on the job market for a long time looking for a job. Why? Because he even said I've been applying to entry-level jobs and I can't even get in. Guys, AI is literally ripping through entry-level jobs right now. Data entry, very basic, low-level entry-level jobs to give you the foundation you need to be able to step into to better career options later, to develop your skills early on. These options are not even available right now for people. They're all being stripped away. AI is one of the major things that's causing this. You got companies laying off 4,000 people at a time in the month of February alone. 92,000 jobs gone. So all these job listings that we're seeing, are they even real? Are these real job listings? What's really happening here? He's literally perfectly qualified to be a valuable asset to whatever sector he decides to apply to. But the fact that my man, he literally is following the steps. He has work experience already, and he has a bachelor's degree. He's applying to entry-level jobs and he cannot get in. There's a problem. There's a major problem with this job market, and it's not cool. And really quickly, one thing that I want to mention, especially AI and jobs and people being displaced by AI, is this. A lot of AI companies will lay off. A lot of companies will lay off their employees, make a lot of money. Their stock will go up. 4,000 jobs gone, which means unemployment rises. But some companies, when they lay people off, they become more profitable. So the companies are doing well in terms of their GDP, in terms of the value of the company as a whole. But in terms of unemployment, it rises up too, because they're using AI to completely shaft roles out the way, get certain roles out of the way, these entry-level roles, these roles that's easy for AI to do with more productivity, more efficiency, and you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for them, and they don't get sick, so they can work all the time. It's just strange because these companies are becoming more profitable, laying people off, and unemployment rates are literally going up at the same exact time. That's absolutely absurd. Hey, listen, good luck to this guy. I hope he's able to figure something out. I hope anyone who's in the job market right now is able to figure something out, because at this point, bro, it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Like, what are people doing? People are literally about to start losing their minds out here. And it's not like we don't have a UBI yet. We don't have these things to help people support themselves right now. And one of the nasty things that a lot of people will do is, hey, you should have got a trade. No, like, not everybody wants a trade. Some people don't want to be plumbers. Some people don't want to be electricians. Some people don't want to work in construction. And guess what? That's okay. That is okay. I think these are just the flows and the cycles that we go through in our economy. One day, like, certain sectors are going to be more profitable or more lucrative or more sought after than others, and then things are going to shift. Stop telling people to get trades. Not everybody wants a trade. Not everybody wants that, and that's okay. Let's move on to the next video.
The job market is so cooked, bro, it's effectively becoming a humiliation ritual, because normally you compete with people that graduated the same year as you, but now you're competing with people that graduated a year or two before you because they couldn't get hired, so now it's beginning to compound. Here's something crazy. Uber utilizes AI to basically track and figure out the drivers that are desperate for $3 rides because they need to pay the bills. Now, who's to say that these major corporations aren't using the same thing for salary? Because think about it, the demand is so high. We're more desperate than ever before. And because of that, they could easily lower the salary because people are just going to bite anything they can get because they need to pay the bills. And so it's just getting worse and worse as time goes on, and AI is starting to take over in the market. And so there's massive job layoffs, and it's only going to get worse. As Naval Ravikant said, your best bet is to become a creative. Now, this doesn't mean you have to do content creation or something like that, but you have to figure out how to build something for yourself, because that is going to be the skill and the asset that you need in the future.
It's absolutely cooked right now. My man, the bit of advice, the solution to the problem is you're going to have to find a skill or do something else that's like creative. Listen, I don't think everybody needs to be going down the creative route or the creative path. It's very stressful. That's very stressful for a lot of people. But in this state that we're in right now, people are literally looking to get roles and they can't. And companies, he even mentioned, companies are so hip to the assignment that jobs that probably used to be, what, 60, 70,000, probably lowering salaries now, 40, 50,000, just to get more people in, keep things competitive, have somebody come in while paying them less. This is not far-fetched. This is real. These things are not far-fetched. So it's definitely very humiliating out here for a lot of people, especially when you're sitting here applying for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs at a time. You open up your email, unfortunately what? Oh, unfortunately, we moved on with another candidate. That's what happened. Or unfortunately, this job posting has actually been filled 2-3 months ago. So why is the job posting still online? Get rid of the job posting. If y'all are not hiring, get rid of the job posting. Why are these job postings lingering for 2, 3, 4, 5 months at a time? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The older I get and the more familiar I become with the economy and just the world around me and work and money and things of that nature, this particular time that we're in is so intense for people. Politically, it's intense. Emotionally, it's intense for people because you can't even eat. Chipotle charging an arm and a leg, and they sprinkling chicken on your food. People are trying to do gig economy work, but everything is oversaturated. $2 rides, $3 rides, $2 orders, $3 this. The algorithms of the tools that we're using are literally playing against you. You take on the gig economy work, you get a $60 for something that someone paid $200 for. And I'm not saying that people who are doing gig work need to be getting paid more, but good Lord, like, it seems like from the top down, they're getting siphoned. From the top down, it feels like that. It feels like things are being taken away from them. They're putting in the work, but they're not getting at least enough in return to be able to make ends meet and things of that nature. If this is how the system is working, why if this is how the system works, you need money and you need a job to be able to take care of yourself. What is happening? People's cars is getting repossessed left and right because they can't get into a job. People are losing their livelihoods because they cannot get a job. And then, you know, people are gonna come up and pull up on you and say, hey, just go work anywhere. And it's like, some people's lifestyle costs $5,000 a month. Some people's lifestyle costs $4,000 a month. And if it's just to work anywhere, to make $3,000 a month is simply not going to do it. There's not enough money left at the end of the month for you to be able to take care of the things that you have to take care of. Someone can't just go from making $80,000, $90,000 a year and then drop it down to $40,000 a year because they got laid off and it had nothing to do with them. And now they're back in the job market, and it's absolutely, like my man said, a straight up humiliation ritual. Sickening, sickening.
You know what? Like, I'm really feeling like I'm about to start getting violent over this fucking job market, because the things that just keep happening to me are insane. I've been applying to medical receptionist jobs. I have been applying to those for so long now. These are entry level fucking positions. You don't even need a bachelor's degree to apply. All they want is 1 year of either medical experience or related customer service experience. I fucking have that. I have wonderful communication skills. Every single job that I've had has told me you have great communication skills, this, that, the third. Why the fuck is it so fucking hard to speak to HR? Or to speak to a fucking hiring manager, or to get anybody on the fucking phone about these jobs? How the fuck are you going to send me a rejection letter? Oh yeah, we're gonna go with other applicants. The job is still fucking posted. No, somebody is going to fucking explain themselves. Because you know what, when I finally do get a hold of someone, you know what I'm gonna ask? Do you use AI to fucking sort through your applications before a person sees it? Do you use AI? Because if you use AI, look at my fucking application right now. Look at my fucking application right now. I'm not doing this bullshit with you guys. It's pissing me the fuck off. Why the fuck is there a robot being like, yeah, nope, because I have one little error. I should not have to tailor my fucking resume to thousands of fucking jobs just to get a fucking call back. And then when I finally do get someone on the phone, you want to act like you have a fucking attitude, like you haven't been in my fucking place. You want to act like you have a fucking attitude because I'm calling trying to get a goddamn job? Fuck out of here with that damn snooty, musty ass attitude. Hi, I'm calling to speak to HR or hiring manager. Oh, we're gonna have to put you on the customer service line. Oh, but I was just on the customer service line for 20 minutes and then the call cut out of nowhere. Oh, well, sorry, that's the only way you're gonna reach HR. Gets on the customer service line. Hey, you're the 30th caller in line. Would you like us to call you back? We have a high number of people calling every single time you fucking call. Maybe if you hired more fucking people, you wouldn't have that issue. You can get someone calls, someone picks up right the fuck away because you got enough people to answer the motherfucking phone. I'm sick of it. Like I said, this is the kind of shit that makes you want to get fucking violent. I see how people reach certain points, because if I was just mentally unstable enough and just didn't care about the repercussions of my actions just enough, I would have done some shit by now. I would have done some shit because I cannot fucking take it anymore. My next fucking call is going to be to the Better Business Bureau, because you guys are not going to fucking keep getting over on people without no accountability. Okay? It might not go anywhere, but I'm about to start reporting the fuck out of every single job that I'm having this issue with, because it's ridiculous. And then people have the nerve to say overall, oh, well, you guys just don't want to work.
Valid crash out. Towards the end, she says, oh, people are just going to tell you don't want to work, you're lazy. That's what we always hear when people talk about Gen Z or millennials, that they're lazy. They're not lazy. Y'all not hiring. People's applying for jobs. Y'all are not hiring. Y'all literally seen this girl crash out. She said she's applying for an entry level job. All you need is 1 year of relevant experience, either customer service or something related in the health field, which she mentioned. This is what I'm talking about. Like, people are trying their best. People are trying to put their best foot forward, but the doors are just getting slammed in their face. You cannot fault somebody like this. You can't look at someone like this and be like, do better, or go get a trade, or just apply anywhere, or just do something. What? That's absolutely absurd. Valid crash out right here. I completely understand. She even mentioned herself, and this is something that we talk about all the time. She literally said, if I was someone who was even just the slightest iota of just mentally screwed up, I would have forced it and done something absolutely absurd. Well, we're glad that she has at least some sort of like emotional intelligence and restraint to be like, I'm just gonna chill. I'll just crash out and let this frustration through my TikTok account instead of smacking somebody in the face, some random person you do not know, and causing permanent damage to yourself and to somebody else. And then you definitely can't get a job no more. But this is what happens, guys. And I remember someone had commented on one of the videos that I recently uploaded, and they said jobs are not identities. Unfortunately, when you're good at something, you identify with it. When you do it all the time, when you get paid for it, you identify with it. When you go to work and say, I'm a lawyer, that's your identity. That is a part of your identity. So yes, work and identity go hand in hand. Right now, she don't have work. So there really isn't much purpose in her life. So the identity is literally disintegrated, and we're literally watching it happen in real time. She's literally crashing because she's trying to do something and doors are getting slammed in her face. Come on, man. Come on. And I already know y'all do trades. The answer is always trades for some reason. It's always trades. Not everybody wants to be an electrician. Not everybody wants to be a plumber. Some people want to work in the field that they went to school and got a degree for. Some people want to do marketing. Some people want to do computer science. Some people want to be software engineers. Some people want to do whatever it is that they're looking to do. But then everybody's like, yeah, just stop your life. Stop your lifestyle for six months to a year. Go to trade school and get a trade. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how things are going to look in the future. Absolutely ridiculous. Valid crash out right here. Valid crash out. Job market is straight up a humiliation ritual. Period. On to the next.
I've been unemployed since October 1st. It is currently the end of February. March 1st is in just 2 days, I think. So that is 5 full months of not going to work and just doing me. And I know when I first talked about being unemployed, a lot of people had questions about how I'm surviving. How do I take care of myself without a job? And the answer is still side hustles, having side jobs, doing side hustles. Before, my answer was savings and side hustle. But since being unemployed, I had more time to focus on the side hustles that I was doing. So I transitioned from having to use my savings and side hustles to only using my side hustles. The side hustles that I do are TikTok shop, promoting wigs, selling on Depop. Some smaller ones would be survey apps, scanning receipts, doing makeup. I do makeup on the side as well. It's totally possible to survive off of side hustles. Now, are there some cons with being unemployed? Yes, of course. But I think that the pros outweigh the cons, and I'd rather be unemployed doing my side hustles than having a 9-to-5. I'll never say that I'll never get a job again because, life, you never know. And I'm not against working at all. I'm just against the fact that you have to go to work for so many hours and not make, just enough based on the time that you're giving. Quitting my job back in October was one of the best things I did for myself in 2025, and I have no regrets at all.
Wow. So this is honestly a very positive outlook on unemployment. She literally says she was living off her savings and then side hustles, and now entirely just side hustles. And honestly, that's just what you do when you're unemployed. You lock in with the side hustles, whether it's Uber or DoorDash or the things that she mentioned. Now she's going about it in a completely different way. TikTok shop, affiliate marketing, things of that nature is the direction that she decided to go on. Clearly, she has the look to be able to be successful at stuff like that. The reality of the situation is this: when you're on social media, the look matters big time. Like, it matters, and it's a part of your success. So this clearly is working for her. Towards the end of the video, though, she literally mentioned that she would rather go the side hustle route than to have a 9-to-5. Why? Because a 9-to-5, simply, you're there for too long. And honestly, a part of me completely understands that, because I remember when I was working my first real true corporate job, I was doing sales, and we had CRM systems to be able to manage our clients and our accounts. And we literally had tools where you could create these long sales sequences of like email touch points, text message touch points, and calling touch points to be able to like make a sale or close a deal or to follow up with a customer. I used to like set up all that stuff during the week, at the beginning of the week, and kind of just allow the automation to do its thing the following days, because I'm not about to sit here and email 600 individual people. No, we have the tools for that. My KPIs, key performance performance indicators was literally make 50 calls a day and during the week close like anywhere between like 5 to 8 deals and things of that nature. Dude, I had to be there from like 9 to 5. Took me like an hour and a half to get to the job. So I was up super early. Some days, some weeks at a time, I would not see outside whatsoever. I would not see outside whatsoever. But literally the way that I constructed the job, and because I had automation and things of that nature, it only took me like 4 or 5 hours to do the job. And then really I was done. At that point, yo, manager's just gonna be on you like, okay, bet you finished your job, do more. I was like, no, like I did my part for the day. I'm gonna reset, reconvene tomorrow. So I completely understand how she feels when she mentions, hey, respectfully, like I'm not trying to be at a 9 to 5 because you're there way longer than you need to be. But listen, in this climate that we're in right now, guys, like the reality of the situation is this: the 40-hour work week is gonna have to change, because the truth is, going to a physical meeting where you don't even need to, you could have just sent out an email to inform everybody. Like people are not trying to deal with the nonsense of filling in the space to make your 40 hours count, because the truth is you could probably get your work done in 25 to 30 hours, and that's the reality of the situation. Locked in, focused work. But the fact that she's been unemployed for 5 months and it seems like she's handling it very well and she's doing her part and she's thriving in it, this is like a contrast of what we normally see, especially in this day and age, in this current economy that we're in. She's actually having a very positive approach to her unemployment. But I completely agree when she says being at your 9 to 5, you just there for too long. If you're working remote, it's a little bit different, because when there's like empty space or empty time, like you don't have to be at a meeting or forced to have lunch with coworkers or forced to lock in with this corporate culture and things of that nature. So her unemployment runs a little deep. It runs deep to the point where she's like, my time is valuable, and I just want to make sure that if I'm doing the work, I'm doing it in a way where it's not overly time consuming, or I don't have to be there longer than I need to. Honestly, positive approach. This is actually very surprising, to say the least. But let's move on to the next video.
And what really grinds my gears in this finding a job world that I hate so bad. You can have all the experience in the world. You could be the best dressed out of all the people in a group interview. You can have your resume in your hand and nobody else has a resume. You could be the best talker if you are. I'm not a good talker, but you could be the best everything. Most experience, better experience, etc. Then you get the rejection email and it's like, oh, you were the best person. Like literally you were the best of the best. Like we almost went with you. We almost did. Just to let you know, we were finna pick you. But somebody else just got a little bit of edge on you. You got the best experience. You're the most determined. We loved everything you said. I love the fact that you're a go-getter and you're a hard worker. You got all this experience. But somebody else a little bit over ahead of you. But we're gonna keep your application. We're gonna keep your application on file. You can have other. You can have other applications. You could have other jobs here that pay a lot less. Well, you could, but we might not give it to you though. But we'll put you on file for that, baby. Now you got me in the corner with a bucket of water, coming from my tears. I didn't feel like crying today. If you would have rejected me in the email and left it alone, I probably wouldn't have cried in the corner with a bucket of water as tears.
4 years, no job offer is absolutely absurd. What do you tell somebody like this? Say you're in somebody's life. Say it's like your cousin and you see them like 2-3 times a week and they're unemployed and they've been applying and it's 4 years in and you see them trying their best, putting their best foot forward, trying to get a position, trying to do something. You can only empathize with somebody like that, bro. You can only empathize and sympathize and have some sort of like, dang, like you're really putting in work. There's no doors opening for you. Come on. She said something so amazing, because literally what she was explaining is, yo, these people is dead gaslighting you. They said you were perfect for the position. However, we have to move on with someone else. Why? Why are you moving on with someone else? I thought I was perfect for the job. Why would you not give someone who's perfect for the job? Why? If you're not going to give people jobs, stop buttering them up and telling them, you are absolutely perfect for this role. However, we're moving on with another candidate. What? I thought I was perfect. Meaning 10 out of 10, meaning like A+, meaning 100% perfect. oh, listen, we're gonna move on with somebody else, but we're gonna keep your resume on file. I don't want my resume on file. I want the job. Y'all not gonna call me back. Guys, have you ever been told, hey, we're gonna put your resume on file and got a call back? Have you really truly, that's never happened to me. Has that really truly ever happened to you? Come on. Oh my gosh, this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. But I completely understand. 4 years, no job offer though, that is absurd. That's usually how long it takes for people to finish college. So from the time someone was a freshman in college to a senior in college, she still ain't got no job offer in 4 years. Oh my gosh. Listen, we're on a journey, guys, to understand where the money's at, to understand work, and to have a deeper understanding of the US economy and the things that are in my way, in your way, in anybody's way from being their best version, whether it's through payments or because of employment or what's happening in this world. This is unacceptable. 4 years, absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, so this job market is straight up humiliation for people out here. It shouldn't be this way. Even for me, guys, I already told you, I've been applying for a long time. Things have not been hitting. The only people that are calling me back are people who are hiring for sales positions, commission only. I am not looking to work commission only, respectfully. I want to have some sense of consistency with my pay. I don't want to have to work 80 hours one week to barely make it and then work 40 hours and I had the best week of my life. That fluctuation, that inconsistency is not healthy for any human whatsoever. So the job market is still pretty trash. We're going to continue to cover. We're going to see how things continue to develop, guys, because work is important. Work is a part of your identity. Why? Because if you lock in on something all the time and you're there for a period of time, you know, engaging with the people in that space and you're becoming one and assimilating with the culture of that space and you're being compensated for the work that you do there, yes, your identity and the job go hand in hand. We're literally watching people crash out because they're trying to take the necessary steps to better their lives by gaining some sort of income, to create opportunities for themselves or to get out of debt or to just have some stability out here. And it's looking bleak. It's looking bleak. Job postings are being filled 3 months prior to the moment you applied for it, but it's still on there. You've received an email saying, oh, this job has already been filled 3 months ago. Why is it still on there? A bunch of fake job postings as well. And then you got people out here literally just okay with being unemployed. They've been unemployed for so long, they're like okay with it now. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna continue to do my side hustles, try to figure out a way to lock in with the gig economy and continue with my life. Absolutely absurd. And we recently just got news that in the month of February, just under 100,000 jobs have been absolutely eradicated. Last week, we literally covered a company that goes by the name of Block. Literally, they laid off 4,000 people. Their stock went up, but unemployment also rose up too. So when companies fire you, it's good for them. They're firing people because entry-level jobs are not entry-level jobs anymore. Those jobs are dedicated to AI. So heading into this job market, your degree, just like the individual who spoke to us, the video we watched first, clearly your degree is not valuable anymore. I remember someone in the comments literally mentioned your degree is equivalent to a high school diploma nowadays. What? So you mean to tell me moving forward, we all are gonna have to have minimum PhDs to be viable for an entry-level job? Because if a high school diploma is equivalent to a college degree now, what is the weight of a master's degree? What is the weight of a doctorate? Why I need a PhD now to make 70K a year, 80K a year? Absolutely absurd. Listen, I appreciate you guys immensely. I appreciate y'all. Transitioning from unemployment to employment is one of the toughest things because that space in between of looking for a job and getting a job, it can last anywhere between 2 months, 3 months to 2, 3, 4 years for some people. And during those transitional times, tools like Uber Eats and DoorDash and Instacart, all these things are tools that people use to be able to fill in the gaps until they're able to get their footing again in the job market. But this video right here goes over what's happening in the gig economy for real. Check it out. Y'all be safe out here. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. If you enjoy conversations about personal finance and work and just the economy and just the state of our nation. That's it for me, guys. Y'all be safe. Odens out.